Poi stall chasers. They seem to break the laws of gravity, and they're just a cool looking poi pattern. And by some miracle, somehow I've never done like a proper tutorial for them on my channel. So I'm going to fix that today. Drex here from DrexFactor Poi, sharing with you the love of poi spinning and flow arts to benefit your body and brain. And today, I am finally getting down to business and teaching you how to do stall chasers. But before we dive in, I just want to give a quick shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Fire Mecha, Flow Fests, Flow Toys, Pyroterra Light Toys, and Ultra Poi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can learn more about all these awesome companies and the work they're doing to support flow artists like yourself by checking out the links down in the description of this video. And special thanks to the non-business friend of the channel, Pekka Pekkonen. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, my work, and my mission. Stall chasers, they look so cool. They are also challenging in ways that you might expect and a whole lot of ways that you are not. In particular, I love seeing that nice tabletop feel that happens as I bring them over top. And it takes a little bit of work to get there. Now, I also love to give people some context and background for the poi tricks that I talk about. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the origin of stall chasers here. If you just want to fast forward to the lesson, the tutorial on how to do them, you can go ahead and jump ahead to this time code right here. Also, just a quick note in terms of prerequisites here. If you want to get down your stall chasers, you absolutely positively need to already know how to do both your down stalls as well as your up stalls. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about this. You have to be super comfortable with both. And I'll go ahead and link 2 tutorials I've done for both of those tricks down in the description. All right, so a little bit of background on stall chasers. Take all this with a grain of salt, by the way, because most of it is being delivered to me secondhand. But basically, my understanding of stall chasers is something like this. That basically, stall chasers are a thing because Yuta Imamura had a move that looked something like this back in the day. And Thomas Johansson of Nevisol fame decided to try and take it into a wall plane kind of context instead of the wheel plane combo that Yuta was originally doing. And one of the most legendary poi patterns in all of flow arts history was born. Now, if memory serves, the first video I ever saw of a stall chaser would have been a tech blog done by Swedish poi spinner Mir and I way back in, I want to say 2008 maybe. It was sandwiched in amongst a bunch of other patterns, and so I didn't think much of it at the time, but within a couple years, that one pattern had completely taken over the poi world. That was the move we all had to learn. And now it's become so popular in its own right that there are countless variations involving things like body tracers or anti-spins or what have you. This is one of the most popular poi patterns out there, probably rivaling C-caps in ubiquity at this point. Okay, so the first part of this is going to involve just learning the pattern that your hands have to go through in order to do stall chasers. We're going to start with our arms spread eagle out to the sides, shoulder level, pointing straight out to either side. We do not want to bend our elbows here. A lot of people do it. I don't think it looks very good. Extend your elbows as you're doing this. Now, I'm going to have you start with your right hand, not because I think this pattern has to start with the right hand, but because I'm going to give you direction-specific instructions here, and so I had to pick one. Your right hand is going to swing down and around past your hips, over to join your left hand over here on the left side, so both hands are reaching to the left. And now together, they're both going to reach up and over, going over to your right side. All of this is happening in wall plane. Now, your left hand is going to sweep down and around past your hips, straight out to the left. So we've returned to a place where our arms are spread out. Next, you're going to have that left arm reach down and around, meet back up with the right hand, go up and over, and then your right hand is going to go down, around, and out. This is one rep of the pattern. So we want to think, right goes around, both goes over top. Left comes around, comes back, both go over top, and the right goes back. That's the full pattern. All right, so to get started, we're just gonna have the left-hand poi hanging below our left hand over on the left side here. And the right-hand poi, we're gonna be starting from basically an up stall out over on the right side. So as the right hand sweeps down and around, it's gonna meet up with the left hand and it's gonna bring both of them up and over together. The left hand, of course, is gonna swing down and around to stall up on the left side, and then it's gonna drop down and around, catch the right hand, and go back out to the left. So it's an up stall with the right, comes around, down stall with the right, up stall with the left, comes around, down stall with the left, up stall with the right. So we go up, left, down, right, up, right, down, left, up, left, down, right, up, right, down, left, like so. All right, so I guarantee that the first time you try this, something is gonna happen that's gonna make it look kind of messy across the top, and it's gonna look something like this. Either you're gonna wind up with both of the poi just reaching up and over like so, or you're gonna wind up in a place where there's kind of an angle between them instead of that nice tabletop feel that we want to see across the top here. So why does that happen? The short answer is that it takes some nuance and subtlety to move the poi through the position that we wanna have over top. So for your lead poi, what you want to be thinking here is as that right hand comes around on the first part of it, you want to think that you're already going to be stalling up here when you reach over to the left, and it's going to be like the poi is dragging your hand across the top, yeah? So you want to kind of have this moment where the poi turns into like a tractor and it is pulling the trailer of your hand overhead in order to get around to this down stall. That's going to be the thing that's going to make sure that you have the poi head sticking out to one side across the top and your hand sticking to the other side, like so. The other part of this, of course, is the hand that's trailing. And what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to almost feel like you're dragging the poi through like mud or something like that. You're pulling really hard and it's not quite coming. Once again, this is going to result in a position where you have the poi over on one side and your hand on the other side, going across the top in that nice horizontal line, like so. And one last piece to this is you might be tempted to kind of have your left hand anticipate the movement going over top. Avoid that temptation. Instead, imagine that like each of these hands is kind of riveted in place a little bit and they have little hooks. And without getting hooked, it can't move up and over. It's almost like you're kind of like pulling something out of a position that has been stuck in as you're going up and over here. So reaching the left hand means that the right hand kind of slows down just a little bit because it has to pick it up and get it moving. And that is part of how you're going to manage the momentum going over top. All right, so all together, we stall the right up, bring it overhead with the left, stall the left up, bring it overhead with the right, stall the right up, bring it overhead with the left, stall the left up, bring it overhand with the right. In every case, you want to slow things down going across the top and avoid having the poi spin over your hands at all costs. You want to get that nice tabletop feel as you go across the top there, and the only way to do it is to slow things down as you're going through that moment. Nice. Awesome. I hope that was helpful. If you got anything out of this video, please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to help other people find it and to help my channel grow. This video would not be possible without my amazing supporters on Patreon. In particular, I'd love to give a shout out to my Flow patrons who are listed on screen right now. Thank you. You all rock. And if you would like to support the work that I do, here are 3 options for how you can do it. Number 1, if you want to get your name in the credits or access to any of a host of other awesome rewards, you can go ahead and sign up for my Patreon over at patreon.com/DrexFactor Poi. I will leave a link to it down in the description as well as up in the cards. Or if you prefer not to sign up for a subscription and you just want to do a one-off donation, you can do that via either PayPal or Venmo. I will go ahead and include links to both of those down in the description. I am at DrexFactor on both platforms. Thank you in advance. As I mentioned earlier, there are a bewildering array of variations of stall chasers out there now. I actually did a couple of YouTube shorts last month showing off a number of them that I'll go ahead and link to up on screen. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to get out and flow yourself today, and I'll see you with a new video real soon. Take care now. Peace.